Grand Rising, Grand Rising, my beautiful cosmic family. So, this rising, I wanted to talk to you guys about natural birthing. So, today I just felt really led to just give encouragement for natural birthing because natural birthing is such a beautiful, amazing experience and it's so natural. Like, we need that, you know. It's so much artificial things out here that try to consume us, artificial food, artificial ways of life, artificial ways of being. But one thing you can't take from a mother is her natural birthing rights. So I just want to give mothers encouragement to be like, do it. Do it, especially you know you're healthy, especially you know you are putting the right things in your body, especially if you know your body, you've been healthy all your life. You just have a perfect body. You know, your hormones or everything is pretty much up to date and you can feel that in your body. Do it, you know. Don't try to go to the hospital and follow their orders. If you really feel like you need to go to the hospital, let them follow your orders and let you be in charge of your beautiful natural birthing experience. Now, I personally felt led to talk about this because I have had 2 hospital births and I experienced and I basically orchestrated 2 natural births. I delivered 2 natural babies with my bare hands. So experiencing on my behalf, experiencing births in a hospital versus orchestrated natural births, it was very it was very different. Like for me, my natural births, my doctors kind of led everything. They told me what was going to be happening. They induced me and different things like that. So they were pretty much in control over my whole birthing experience. I was going to the doctor like every week. And, you know, like at a point, like at the end and stuff like that. And it just was very militant and it wasn't very graceful. Now with the home births I experienced, it was grace throughout the whole entire journey. It was love throughout the whole entire journey. It wasn't no control. Whoever you want to be in your house could be in your house. Whoever you don't want is not going to be there. It's not going to be no unknown doctors or energies in your atmosphere. It's you controlling your entire atmosphere so that you can control the energies that your baby is going to be instantly connecting into. So when we have babies in the hospital and different things like that, it's a lot of chaos and energies going on in those facilities. For one, America has the highest mortality rate in hospitals than any other country, especially when it comes to birthing babies and women. Why is that? The hospitals are extremely cold in there. They practice, it's not like what they practice is not really sustainable. They really look at us like kind of like test rats. You know, they do experiments on us, see how it works, and a lot of times it don't work. So a lot of times we die or our babies die because we're walking human experiences in these facilities, and we're just letting them experiment on us instead of us like taking control of our own experiment. So it was just like, why will we surround, like we're gonna go birth our beautiful baby in a place, in a building that is full of like death energy. Death is everywhere in that atmosphere. And they don't truly know all the way what to do with our bodies. Like they know in a sense because they study the human body, but if you study the human body as well, you will know the same things that they know. So like I went to medical assistant school and I completed it and everything like that. So I had a little prior knowledge before tapping into becoming a doula and starting helping women with natural births. So it just gave me like the confidence seeing like how the body, like the heart pumps by itself, the blood flows by itself, all these things happen by itself. You go poo, you go pee, like, you know, you tell your body when to release those things, but the process of it happening is happening naturally by itself without you having to forcefully do anything. You don't have to go to the doctor and tell them, hey, can you tell my blood to pump? You know, especially if you're healthy. Hey, can you tell my bowel movements to come out? Hey, can you tell me? You know, no, these are things, if you're healthy, these are things that are going to be naturally occurring for yourself. So that's the same way when it comes to looking at having a birth. A birth, if you are healthy, a birth is not a medical emergency. Having a birth is not a medical emergency. Having a birth is just as natural. It honestly, guys, I don't want to get gross with y'all, but it's kind of like taking a poop. You know, like when you just doing your stuff or whatever, and you like, oh, hold on, I got to poop. Oh, hold on. And like you go to the bathroom. That's the same thing that happens when you are carrying a baby. Especially if you are not being consumed with fear and anxiety, and you just listening to the gracefulness of your body, you're gonna just be doing the stuff throughout your day, and then it's gonna be like 1 second, it's gonna be like, oh, my contraction's speeding up. Oh, these things are happening for me right now. Okay, ooh, like your body will tell you when to push. Ooh, I feel like I gotta push right now, push, and then like things just start happening naturally. You know, you don't need a doctor right there or a physician right there to tell you when to push. Your body will tell you. We just have to be open enough and undistracted enough to listen. So I just want to encourage the beautiful, especially new mothers, the beautiful new mothers who's out here that have not been corrupted by the hospital's fear and things like that. Go out there, have your baby, research it, research natural births. If y'all have like any certain questions, you could come on here and ask me or inbox me, whatever way you see fit to ask, to just get more information, to know like what you truly want to know. Because and watch like other women in other countries have baby. A lot of other countries don't have babies in hospitals. For one, they don't have hospitals. For two, they can't afford it. And for three, it's just not a part of their culture. That's just not what they do. They don't have babies in the hospital because they understand that having babies is not a medical emergency. Whatever happens in the birthing process is meant to happen, good or bad. We just have to be adult enough, stable enough, grounded enough within ourselves to know, okay, good comes and bad comes. But I know that I am attracting good, so whatever happens is going to be for my greatest good. And just believe in that and just know like, oh, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful and everything is going to be amazing. Like this is going to be an amazing experience no matter what. You're going to be fine. You know, your mind attracts what you think about. You know, you are your thoughts. You are what you think. You are what you eat. So make sure that in this journey, you are attracting positive, strong, high vibrations, knowing that you are all powerful. You are a goddess. You are a god, you know, surrounded in this realm, you know, that try to make you take you from yourself. But it's like, remember who you are, remember your mission, remember what you were created for. So in my process of becoming like a doula and going into like natural birthing, so me wanting to take natural birthing into my own hand, I had to sit there and think like, how was it at the beginning of time? Like when the first woman and the first man and things like that were created into this earth, how was it? They didn't have doctors. They didn't have all these buildings. They didn't have ultrasounds or all these different instruments to measure your baby. No, we were just having babies in the state that we were in, and we were just letting nature take its time and taking its course. We weren't giving our rights up or off to nobody else. You know, we wasn't signing off our parental rights to anybody else either. So it was like that, just giving me like the confidence and the energy that no, like if this was the beginning of the world or this was the end of the world, we wouldn't have these establishments. So who would deliver our babies? Who would help us in the process of delivering our babies? We can't, all the hospitals are shut down, all the hospitals is contaminated. Who's gonna deliver our baby? Are we just gonna be sitting there and we feeling contractions? I'm like, no, baby, don't come out. Don't come out, baby. You gotta stay in there. No. Like, we're gonna have to take life into our own hands. That goes with teaching our children, feeding them the right things, and everything like that. So it's just like, I just want to give encouragement on really taking control of your birthing experience. America, people actually leave America, like wealthy people actually leave America to go have their babies in other hospitals because they know that these hospitals are not right. I wouldn't personally go to another country to have my baby. I will go to my house to have my baby because that's where I conceived my baby. America has like it has the highest obesity rate in the world. It's so much messed up stuff that they are giving us in these hospitals and these grocery stores that are like deteriorating our cells in our body, and we still just full on trust them. We see all the cancers and all the tumors and things like that these things are causing us, and yet we still give all of our faith to them, which I just want to encourage you all to give faith within yourself and to take control over your creation. Take full control over your creation and let that be a beautiful experience for you. Like I said, I just want to kind of amplify again or go back to, especially if you are a new mother, this is your first baby. I had 2 babies in the hospital. They wanted to induce me because they felt like they didn't want my baby to get too big and I wasn't going to be able to push my baby out. It was like a whole bunch of fearful mechanisms to encourage my inducing. And then when they finally induced me, the pain was excruciating. Like, it was so unnormal. And I felt like I had to get an epidural because they just speeded up my whole labor process and didn't let it go naturally like how it was supposed to go. So if you're a new mother and you only went to a few doctor's appointments, they haven't told you have like any serious complications, you're pretty much healthy, I would start going into the natural birthing realm before they start trying to anxietize you, feed you with anxiety and fear about you having your baby and you having your baby through them. Just let's see what nature does. Because the hospitals, like, I hate to really say it like this or whatever, but sometimes we be having to face like the cold-blooded truth of things, right? And I can't just be on here just giving you like, home birthing is so great, you don't experience no complications or da 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 da. Like, I have to be real with you. So even in the hospitals, right, like I'm gonna be honest, one of my biggest fears, like with the whole natural birthing, was having a stillbirth. So I was like, ooh, like I'm just so nervous. Like, I hope this baby come out alive, like I'm not like used to this. I'm still trying to like break away from the matrix. At the time, I was still trying to break away from the matrix of feeling like we need doctors or whatever, not really tapping into all the ancient knowledge, information, and wisdom. So I was just like, ooh, I hope this don't happen. But then I instantly quickly got a reality check, and I had saw like one of my friends on Facebook. She had a stillbirth, but she was in a hospital. And so it made me truly think about like how it doesn't matter where you are. Like, a doctor can't stop a stillbirth from happening. Being at home can't stop a stillbirth from happening. If it's meant to happen and you are meant to learn something from it, and it's just meant to happen at that time. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's heartbreaking, and it could be aching and agonizing, but we have to accept nature for what it is. All the birds don't survive, all the bees don't survive. It's just the way of life. Everything is not going to be 100% perfect. So we have to accept, like, I might get life or I might get death. But in the middle of that stands you, and you have to be balanced and centered to be like, okay, I'm grown enough to accept it. My fate is my fate. No matter what hands you put it in, your fate is still going to be the same. So do you want to have more control over your fate in a sense, or less control? Do you want to just put all your energy and all your power into somebody else's hand and you truly not have no control over your own creation? So I personally want my power. I want my power. I don't want to give my power to somebody else. And birthing a baby with your bare hands in your house is the most amazing, beautiful experience that you can ever experience. Like, it's so intimate, it's so delicate, it's so inviting in a sense. Like, so many people want to be a part of that. So many people want to be connected to that, because it's like, just think about it. Like, you sit there, you hear that, it's quiet. This is how quiet your house can be when you are giving birth, because you are in control. It could just be you and your husband. It could just be you and your midwife, your doula, your sister. You know, you just have to be really aware. Like, you don't want anybody that is like consumed with fear in the time of your birth, because you don't want to feed that anxiety and that anxiousness to your baby. You might have to ask people to go and things like that. But I really suggest, like, if you are a new mother, definitely take it at home before they try to tell you you need a C-section or any of these things. Like, they, as soon as they see that like a baby is breached, they're like, oh, we got to go into a C-section right now. You know, oh, you know, we got to deliver this baby. Your baby's breached. When no, most babies breach and come out normal still if you allow them to. So they really love to play like Inspector Gadget or Mr. Fix-It on your body, and the whole time causing a lot more harm on our body. Don't let yourself be their science experiment. Take your science, take your energy into your own hands, and just watch the beauty unfold, because it's truly beautiful. You are in control. We like to be like, oh, I'm that, I'm this, I'm Big Poppin', I'm you know what I'm saying, all these high ego names for ourselves. But when it comes to our babies, delivering our babies and taking control in that aspect, we get real quiet. We be, oh, we're that man that, we're the hospital physician people that I can't, like, yeah, I'm Big Poppin', but I can't do my own birth. I ain't that strong, you know. But you are that strong. Like, how strong are you, you know? So I just really want this video to be encouragement to get out there, have your own baby, please, 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 if you can, and if you are healthy, and if you are putting the right things into your vessel, please have a natural birth. And if you're not pregnant yet and you still trying to conceive and you want to do the natural birthing things and you don't know yet how to do these things, just hit me up. And if you guys have any questions about natural birthing, I can make, listen, I really tried to make this video fast, but I could be here for hours talking about like natural birthing in hospitals and like how deep it goes and what we are truly doing. But I'm really trying to make this video short, so I would love for you guys, if y'all have like any questions or concerns or anything, to please ask me, and then I can make another video elaborating on it or giving you more details, or I could just talk to you personally about it and give you some advice. Also, like, to determine the sex of your baby, I know this is kind of like off topic, but let me see if I can do it on the camera. If you look right here, this is where your sexual reproductive organs lie on your feet. You know, the feet have a map of your whole entire body. So if you're trying to conceive, get pregnant, rub that area, massage that area on your feet. Rub it with some peppermint oil and some coconut oil, or some different herbs, or you don't have to rub oil on it. Just apply pressure to it to stimulate that circulation in your reproductive organs to be like, hey, I'm ready to conceive, you know, and put that energy there. And I guarantee those juices and those reproductive organs is gonna start working properly and naturally. And that area where I showed you is also where you can put your feet side by side And if you look at that one area I pointed to, if one side, if the left side is bigger than the right side, that means you're pregnant with the lady, with the girl. And if the right side is bigger than your left side, that means you're pregnant with a boy, because the left side of the body is feminine and the right side of the body is masculine. So that was just like a little tip. But yes, so family, let's come together, have our babies together. Let's enjoy the anxiety-free natural birthing process. Also, I do want to say, if you are trying to conceive right now and having a hard time, please, 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 please cut back from the meat, cheese, like dairy, and bread. Meat, dairy, bread. Cut back. These are high in inflammatories and will clog up your reproductive areas. So I would truly stay away from that, and just attract, like, now is the time to use like your mindful magic and attract a baby, attract the wellness, attract the healthy, happy delivery, and attract these things to yourself. And I will be here as support and help and as a guide. Like, a lot of people feel like, I can't do this on my own, but you don't have to do it on your own. Just call me. Like, I'm here. Like, I want to support so many mothers in their natural birthing process. We don't have to do it alone. It's so many sisters out here that we can like really start sticking together. What do you think a midwife is? What do you think a doula is before they got these names? You know, it was just sisters sticking together. So I love y'all. Have an abundant day. Let this day be filled with the love and the gifts and the joy of life, filled with many truths and the freedom of this world and the freedom of your body. Like, let your dome be free. Okay, don't let no negative energies enter your atmosphere, and just stay great and graceful and thankful. Have a beautiful day.